Good. I recommended them to Raymond. You're right.
I got it.
How you doing, Logan?
I had a quick question for you. With these two games, obviously you guys are two of the best teams in the Western Conference, but how do you gauge two regular season games in December with a team you probably think might be there down the line, but it's so early? How do you gauge these two games in December right now?
Yeah, you don't worry about anything down the line. You know, you just figure out a way to try to win this game, and with full awareness that both teams will probably look different. You know, obviously Booker's out for them, and you know, who knows when Clay's coming back, whether it's you know, later on in the year or whatever, but Clay will make us look different. So will Andre, so will James. So you don't worry too much about any of that stuff. You just try to win the game.
I guess what I was trying to ask is how much of a measuring stick game is this? I didn't want to go the corny way, you know, like the cliche way, not the corny way. But how much of this is these two games are measuring stick games for the season?
I mean, they've won 19 straight games. I mean, that's almost impossible to do. So they're a great team. They're the defending Western Conference champs for a reason. They're really good. So from that perspective, yeah, we're excited to see where we are right now.
I guess with a short-term view, what do you think about the uniqueness of the top two teams playing each other in a rematch just 3 days apart?
Yeah, that part's different. I mean, that seems to only happen once or twice a year with any opponent, you know, with a single opponent, much less one in your division that you know, you have the same record with. So it's very unique. I think it's good for us because Phoenix defended us better than anybody's defended us all year. And, you know, we were able to experience their defense and feel it. And now we can make some adjustments and, you know, see how we fare tonight. And obviously same thing for them. So it's, I think it's kind of fun.
Steve, this obviously starts 4 games in a row at home. How much of an impact, you know, obviously no crowds last year, to have the crowds back, how much of an impact and advantage is that? I heard, you know, I saw where you said in Phoenix it was a big deal, just sort of the atmosphere. What kind of impact has that had, and how important is that as you look long term to try to get as much home court as you can in the postseason potential?
Yeah, well, we've felt the energy of our crowd here the last few weeks, you know, as we've played better, and our fans are, you know, all over what's happening and getting excited about it. So it's felt like we've kind of established Chase as our, you know, our home floor, and so tonight, in theory, should be the loudest one of them all. So we're excited about it, and it'll be a great atmosphere.
I think this is Andre's 8th straight missed game. Is he getting closer? Is it progressing? Well,
Progressing. He's out on the court right now, getting shots up on the practice court, but no prediction as to when he'll play.
I would assume not tomorrow either, though, right?
Yeah, very doubtful for tomorrow. So,
Gotcha.
Steve, you talked about the last game and how they really defended you very well. Were there some things that you saw that you didn't like about the way you guys responded to their defense, and things that might come into play tonight? I'm not asking for secrets, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I said it after the game. We were in a rush the whole time, but they put us in a rush. You know, so we've got to handle their pressure better. We've got to have better spacing, and we've got to take our time and slow down a little bit and get to our, you know, our reads and our actions. And if they take those away, then we've got to get to the next one. But we were in too much of a hurry the other night to try to make plays, and that led to a lot of turnovers.
Coach, when you look at, I'm sorry, we're here, Coach. When you look at obviously Steph and Draymond, they've been here and done that. But for the younger guys, how big is it to have a game where you're preparing for a team you just lost to that's of their level, and knowing that would be a situation, a playoff situation, where the younger guys would have to get back into the lab and get ready to play the same team again?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, just the vibe itself, you know, I mentioned we were in a little bit of a rush the other night. It's good for all of our players to feel that again, to feel that energy and the, you know, the focus and the spotlight. And a lot of our guys have been there, done that, but a lot of them haven't. So these are all great games to experience for our team and for us as a group.
Along that same line, Steve, how did you feel about the way Jordan responded to a big stage, big game, tight game?
He was fantastic. He's probably our best player that night. He was our best player. So he continues to improve. Every night is still a lesson, which is great. He's got a lot of growth ahead, but anytime a guy plays like that under the spotlight against a great team, it's a great sign.
Steve, I know
Recording
you're-
stopped.